Unfortunately, the Humphreys County community is no stranger to these painful disasters. Back in 2021, the community weathered a devastating flood that killed 20 people. But this also isn't the only deadly explosion the community has grappled with. Chris Davis spoke to a man who has lived through it all.
Like so many in Humphreys County, Frank Craver remembers the moment he heard about the explosion at the AES plant.
When something like this happens, you don't ever forget it.
But for him, it was because he felt like history was barreling back down the tracks.
All the white stuff you see is the snow on the ground.
It was a cold evening on February 22nd, 1978. A train had derailed in downtown Waverly.
Because they were just trying to get everything out of the way and get the tracks reopened again.
2 days later, cleaning up the mangled mess drew quite the crowd, including Frank, a volunteer firefighter, and his 6-year-old daughter. They were standing with the police chief, watching crews work to empty a propane tanker.
They were going to offload the propane out of one tank into an 18-wheeler, and they put it off, and that's when the explosion happened.
In Waverly, Tennessee, 2 derailed tank cars filled with propane exploded this afternoon. Casualties were heavy.
I had on a heavy corduroy coat, long-sleeve shirt, pants, and it burnt all of that off of me and blew me out of my shoes.
16 people were killed in the explosion, including the police chief.
Nobody could recognize anybody except by our voices.
Miraculously, Frank and his daughter survived and were eventually taken to Cincinnati to treat their extensive burn wounds.
I had 3rd and some 4th degree burns over about 70% of my body.
Craver had to endure painful skin grafts and whirlpool treatments like this for nearly 5 months before he could come back home.
Everybody wants to know how I have survived all this, and I think it's because I have not held it back. I've told people about it and let them know what's going on.
We saw that firsthand.
There's only 3 of us left that were involved in the explosion 47 years ago.
Mr. Craver is always willing to tell his story, including to these curious tourists out at the memorial site.
We need to have some kind of memory for the next generation of people coming along.
Mr. Craver tells us having this memorial site here to come out and remember and reflect has been so important for this community. And perhaps it's a lesson in the aftermath of the AES explosion as well.
Hopefully that they will maybe do a memorial over there.
To him, remembering is crucial to help his community heal once again.
But these people, they don't need to be forgotten.
With photojournalist Devin Crawford, Chris Davis, News Channel 5.
Thank you, Chris and Devin. If you want to hear more of Mr. Craver's story with his daughter, they collaborated with another Waverly native on a book. It's called Walk Through Fire. We have more details about that on our website.